In a time long past, when the world was young and the land was still forming, there existed a realm known as the Verdant Shroud. This land was enveloped in perpetual twilight, with its skies painted in hues of violet and emerald. The Verdant Shroud was a place of mystery, where ancient magic lingered in every corner, and the boundary between the mortal and the mystical was thin. Vast forests stretched as far as the eye could see, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the whispers of unseen creatures. The Verdant Shroud was once a thriving land, blessed by the Moonlit Deity who bestowed it with lush flora and boundless vitality. However, the balance was disrupted when a powerful sorceress, driven by envy and darkness, sought to claim the land's magic for herself. Known as the Black Witch, she performed a forbidden ritual to bind the essence of the Verdant Shroud to her will, shrouding it in eternal darkness and corruption. Her malevolent influence spread, twisting the land into a realm of nightmares where shadows roamed freely and hope seemed like a distant memory. The once vibrant world was now plagued by the Black Witch's curse, with the land decaying under her dominion. The people who once thrived here were now living in fear, oppressed by the dark enchantments that haunted their daily lives. Whispers spoke of an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a hero who would challenge the Black Witch and restore the land to its former glory. This prophecy became the beacon of hope for those who still believed that light could pierce through the encroaching darkness. Our tale centers around a young woman named Aria, a skilled herbalist and healer from the outskirts of the Verdant Shroud. Aria was known for her kindness and wisdom, traits that set her apart from others in her village. Though she lived a simple life, her heart yearned for something more, a purpose that extended beyond the boundaries of her quiet existence. Aria was brave and compassionate, possessing a deep connection to the natural world. Her ability to heal and communicate with the spirits of nature made her a beloved figure in her village. Despite her gentle demeanor, she harbored a fierce determination to fight against the darkness that had taken over her homeland. Her curiosity and sense of justice drove her to seek out the truth about the Black Witch and the prophecy. One fateful evening, as Aria gathered herbs near the edge of the corrupted forest, she stumbled upon an ancient, forgotten shrine. There, she encountered a spectral guardian who revealed to her the truth of the Black Witch's curse and the prophecy that spoke of her as the one destined to challenge the darkness. The vision of the spectral guardian marked the beginning of Aria's journey, compelling her to leave behind the familiar and venture into the heart of the Verdant Shroud to confront the evil that plagued her world. Aria embarked on her journey, traveling through the desolate wastelands and the corrupted forest of the Verdant Shroud. Her path was fraught with dangers, treacherous terrain, malevolent creatures twisted by dark magic, and the ever-present shadow of the Black Witch's influence. Along the way, Aria encountered ancient ruins that held clues to the Black Witch's past and the nature of the curse she had cast. During her travels, Aria met several allies who aided her in her quest. Among them was Lorien, an enigmatic mage who had once been a scholar of ancient magic. Lorien recognized Aria's potential and agreed to mentor her, teaching her how to harness and channel the remnants of ancient magic to combat the Black Witch's dark enchantments. Another ally was Tessa, a fierce warrior with a personal vendetta against the Black Witch. Tessa's strength and combat skills complemented Aria's healing abilities, and the two formed a bond of trust and friendship. Under Lorien's guidance, Aria learned to wield elemental magic, drawing power from the very essence of the land. She discovered ancient spells that could counteract the Black Witch's dark enchantments and received a mystical amulet that provided protection against malevolent forces. Aria's journey also led her to understand the deeper connection between the land and her own abilities. Realizing that she was part of a larger balance that needed to be restored. As Aria and her companions approached the heart of the Verdant Shroud, they encountered a formidable foe, the Shadow Wraith. The Shadow Wraith was a creature born of the Black Witch's dark magic, a being of pure shadow that could drain the life force of anyone it touched. It was a guardian of the inner sanctum of the Verdant Shroud, ensuring that no one could approach the Black Witch's stronghold. The battle against the Shadow Wraith was intense. Despite their combined efforts, the Wraith proved to be a nearly insurmountable adversary. Arya struggled to use her newfound magic effectively, and Tessa's usual strength was insufficient against the Wraith's draining touch. However, through a combination of Arya's bravery, Lorien's strategic guidance, and Tessa's relentless determination, they managed to force the Shadow Wraith into retreat, but not without significant injury and exhaustion. The encounter with the Shadow Wraith left Arya shaken, but resolute. She realized the magnitude of the challenge before her and the sacrifices that would be required. The battle tested her courage and resolve, pushing her to confront her deepest fears. Her emotional growth came from acknowledging her vulnerabilities and learning to rely on her allies and her inner strength. With the defeat of the Shadow Wraith, Arya and her companions pressed on towards the Black Witch's stronghold. They prepared for the final confrontation by gathering ancient relics that could counteract the Black Witch's dark magic. Arya's amulet, combined with the magical knowledge she had gained, became crucial in their preparation. They fortified themselves mentally and physically, knowing that the upcoming battle would be the ultimate test of their resolve. The final battle took place in the Black Witch's cursed citadel, a place of nightmarish landscapes and swirling dark magic. The Black Witch herself was a formidable opponent, her power rooted in the corruption of the land and her mastery over dark sorcery. The battle was a whirlwind of chaos, with Arya, Lorien, and Tessa fighting against both the Black Witch and her dark minions. Arya used her elemental magic to counter the Black Witch's dark spells, while Tessa engaged in close combat with the Witch's minions. Lorien provided magical support, casting protective spells and creating opportunities for Arya to strike. The Black Witch wielded her own source of power, a cursed staff that amplified her control over the darkness. During the climax of the battle, Arya discovered that the Black Witch's staff was the true source of her dark power. Realizing that the staff was amplifying the Black Witch's control over the land, Arya focused her efforts on destroying it. In a moment of desperation, she combined her elemental magic with the relics they had gathered to create a powerful counterspell. The staff shattered, and the Black Witch's power began to wane. The battle reached a crescendo as the Black Witch, weakened and enraged, unleashed a final, desperate attack. But with the staff destroyed, her control over the dark forces began to crumble, and Arya, with a final surge of strength, defeated her. The citadel began to collapse, and the land's corruption started to recede. With the Black Witch's defeat, the Verdant Shroud began to heal. The dark magic that had plagued the land dissipated, and the once corrupted forests and fields started to recover. The people of the land, who had long lived in fear, began to emerge from their hiding places and celebrate their newfound freedom. Arya, Lorien, and Tessa returned to their homes, their mission accomplished. The land, now free from the Black Witch's curse, began to flourish once more. The victory was celebrated as a triumph of light over darkness, and Arya was hailed as a hero. Arya's journey had transformed her from a humble healer into a legendary hero. She had faced her fears, mastered powerful magic, and learned the true meaning of sacrifice and bravery. Her connection with the land had deepened, and she continued to use her abilities to help others and protect the Verdant Shroud. Lorien, too, found new purpose in teaching others about the ancient magic he had once studied. He became a mentor to future generations of magicians, ensuring that the knowledge he had gained would be used to maintain balance and protect against future threats. Tessa, having fulfilled her quest for vengeance and redemption, chose to live a life of peace and service, helping to rebuild the land and support its people. The remaining questions of the prophecy and the true extent of the Black Witch's curse were resolved as the land's magic was restored. The people of the Verdant Shroud lived in harmony, and the lessons learned from the Black Witch's reign became part of their collective memory, serving as a reminder of the power of hope and resilience. Arya's legacy lived on in the stories told by the people of the Verdant Shroud. She became a symbol of hope and courage, her name celebrated in songs and tales that were passed down through generations. Monuments were erected in her honor, and the once cursed land was now a place of prosperity and peace. The Verdant Shroud, though healed, was a land rich with mysteries and untold stories. As Arya, Lorien, and Tessa looked towards the horizon, they knew that their journey was only a part of the larger tapestry of the world. New adventures awaited, and the land would continue to be a place where heroes could rise to meet the unknown. The legend of the Black Witch remained a powerful reminder of the triumph of light over darkness, and the future was open for new heroes to emerge and face the challenges that lay ahead. The story of Arya and her companions would inspire future generations, and the Verdant Shroud would continue to be a land of wonder and magic. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to always stay with us. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. And remember your history. Who knows what might be a legend and what not?